Yes.
Credited with billions, like maybe 210 trillion naira.
Well, you know, the EFCC will call you. You have to explain how they got it.
I was listening to Adam Oshiomhole saying that 210 trillion naira that Mele Kyari took, and now he's pretending to be sick, that they should bring him back live or dead to come and account for this
210
trillion. But it sounds fancy.
No, but in terms of dollars. If you convert the billions in dollars,
210
trillion.
No, if you convert dollars in billions,
that's a phantom amount.
That's economic collapse.
Come on.
It's not collapse. Give us the money. All local government, all works in Akwa Ibom will be done.
Where will you get that kind of money to
But
steal?
how much does Nnpc even churn out in terms of revenue?
The thing is that if you probe Nnpc, you will see series of unaccounted revenue. Just hidden like that.
In fact, the man said that Nnpc is a house of thieves.
Nnpc has no reputation. Your reputation is for fraud. How can you sit us to our heads and you say people want their children to be
because you are a senator does not mean you should sit here and be abusing.
I listen, I hear you say people want their children to be employed in Nnpc. Yes, because it's a house of thieves.
But it may not be said that I was there when this Senate was abused, when Senator Scalata was maligned, when we are accused of nominating our children to get employment.
Point of order.
So
Senator Oshiomhole, you have made your point.
I will not get this in. Those words about you are thieves, you are this. Those came out of extreme provocation.
No problem.
On a good day, I know for a fact. I have friends in Nnpc who are gentlemen and women. They are responsible managers in Nnpc. So I do not intend on a good day. This is what you want me to do. I do not mean to say that every employee of Nnpc, the entire institution is a house of fraud. No, that was the product of extreme provocation. And I don't take it as such.
Those again saying the eyes have been sected your seat.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said, but that's not what we are saying now.
But that's even very charitable.
Because let's not forget when Taisha Larin was Babangida's toughest critic.
I was giving,
and Babangida gave him
People's Bank. Yeah.
And we know how it ended. And since then, we never heard anything from him again. So by the time you are pointing at, you say my father's wives are thieves. You don't say your mama follow.
But that Taisha own is not the basis. What if the system had plotted that thing for him to fail?
Well, did he fail?
That is how the Nigerian system works.
Let's look at it. Did he fail?
The Nigerian system, that's how it works. They give you something and put some, booby traps along the way.
No, but it's not the system. It's Nigerians who did him in.
Okay. Nigerian Kamtoko?
No, but the man said he could manage and he was criticizing, and then IBB gave him that responsibility. He said, okay, you are criticizing me. I just gave you a tiny part of an industry to manage. And you cannot even account for all the money because they were just pushing money to him. He couldn't account for it. That was the end of the criticism. What you saw, what Primate Ayodele is saying, he's saying that, oh, look, in fact, he's calling Kwankwaso Judas Iscariot, that who betrayed Jesus. Of course, we know the Bible story, how Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus. Judas Iscariot was a friend, one of the 12 original disciples of Jesus Christ, a very close friend, a confidant, yet he betrayed Jesus to the enemies with just 30 pieces of silver. And he said, Kwankwaso is going to betray Peter Obi. Well, we don't know how true that is. He's going to betray Peter Obi. And a lot of people are actually coming out to speak against that. And some have also said that Kwankwaso is being planted by the ruling APC to ensure that Peter Obi to divide the vote. I don't even know all the story. Of course, you can listen to what the primate has to say on this issue and how Kwankwaso is going to betray Peter Obi.
That's why it's a fake to Obi. Kwakwaso, Ofe betray ni. Kwakwaso will betray you. Kwakwaso have been paid. Me uneko like me. He has been paid to be vice president to Obi. Obi is just go back kiri.
You can see that. You see that? You're going to betray Peter Obi. Well, I just feel that this is beyond prophecy. Is there something that the primate knows that we don't? Yeah, you can just see bandits again in schools. I don't know, when we're still battling with the Oyo kidnap case, where the children are still in the dungeon of these kidnappers with their teachers, and now we're hearing another attack on schools. This is so sad, where the lives of the vice principal, including a 6-year-old child, has been cut short. This is so sad. This just happened yesterday or so. This should be condemned in all entirety. Also, okay, now they're talking about state policing. Why are they always being so reactive? Where is the proactiveness in this whole thing? These security issues, have been with us way too long for us to have put measures in place. State policing, I understand the fears about the governors trying to adjust this, but we need to make this policy super tight so that these fears can be allayed. Always appreciating your support for me over the years, and there is no way I will continue to do this without you guys always there to support me. So I appreciate you. Great. Let me use this opportunity to first and foremost salute the gallant and security agents for what they are doing. I know most people find them a bit inadequate in securing lives and property in the country, considering the security situation that has been ravaging the whole country. I also salute the effort, the courage, the sacrifices of these men and women who have always, put us first while we are sleeping with our 2 eyes closed. They are out there, battling with the enemies of the state, the bad guys, the criminals, who have, turned our land into a theater of kidnapping and banditry and all kinds of vices. And then the security agents, and we always praise them when they do things right. We eulogize them. We salute their courage, their sacrifice, and that's what we always do. For the bad way, when they don't do these things well, of course, we also call them out. We know it's not easy. It's they'll tell you our security agents are overstretched, because Nigeria was never meant to be this, to be so fragile, security fragile, where people are kidnapped, where people don't feel safe in their own country. But of course, and I always preach that the security agent should indeed always try as much as they can to, because they can't fight these things with just manpower. Manpower is not enough to fight these enemies of the state. Manpower is not enough. They have to begin to introduce technology, area surveillance in fighting this insurgency, fighting these bad people in a midst. So we salute them, and those that have rescued the 360 adoptees, in Borno, and of course the younger sister of the just passed Minister of Labor, and her 12-year twin sons were also kidnapped with her, and they've been secured. So we salute, the gallant effort of the military, in fact, our security agents, and they should just keep on with this. And we also pray that, I know a lot of people are saying that, oh, is it because the minister's sister, and suddenly so it is not like that. I don't want to think it has anything to do with class here. So that's why we're also praying that the students and the teachers who are still in the dungeon of these kidnappers in Oyo State, and we still pray and hope that soon, they should also be rescued. It's sad that, of course, a toddler that was also kidnapped, that was in Borno State, 160 people that have been rescued. I think toddler's life was, regrettably lost in the process. So this is sad. Nigeria should never be like this. People should feel safe where in their own country. So pray that effort, like the president has promised, we hope we're going to hold him to that these bad guys, these criminals, call them what it is, criminals.
To bandits, kidnappers, and sponsors of terror, surrender or face the full force of the Nigerian state. These windows of surrender will not remain open forever. No mercy will be shown for those who trade in blood of Nigerians.
Things that happen in the... So, okay, let me even play this for you guys to see first before I comment on that.
We need to have such religious. So, come across only like in the world in life finance. I know a day on this, I can only say by. So, I'm a fool, I'm a fool. So, you know the fool, I am to follow 90. I will react in the old to last cash from that. You follow money. I'm going to say, no. So, we will go to life. Ẹjọ́ Nàìjíríà ẹjọ́ ṣàánú mi o ọbẹ̀ mi lọ́rọ́ ní kí n wá o ọbẹ̀ mi lọ́rọ́ ní kí n wá báyìí o ẹjọ́ ṣàánú mi o èmi náà gbé owó wa ní láti rán ẹ ẹjọ́ ṣàánú mi ọdẹ táàtù náà lọ fún mi o òun mo ti gbóyè báyìí dàrí báyìí mo ní email dàrí báyìí padà.
Yeah. That's one of those TikTokers, bandits came out to do giveaway, and we're asking people, bandits, we're asking people to drop their account so that they can do giveaway, 100,000 giveaway, and some Nigerians surprisingly fell for that, and they were dropping account numbers, and true to it, these bandits credited them, and one of the guys that dropped his account number got the 100K that, of course, the bandit promised. And the next thing, the bandit started harassing this guy that since you have collected 100,000, we will collect 100 million naira for you. You see? And now he's coming out to beg Nigerians. What are you begging? I don't get it. So this is just so sad that a situation where Nigerians should indeed be condemning this kind of activities, can see how they're applauding them. Security agents should even ram these guys up for goodness sake. You've dropped your account details, very sensitive information at that, for bandits. And now the bandits are coming back to say, we gave you 100K, you're going to give us 100 million, and you're coming to Nigerians to beg. What are you begging Nigerians for? To do what? To rescue you? Did they ask you to go to anywhere? So these are the issues. It says a whole lot about morality, the moral decadence in the society. We know things are hard, things are tough, but then, for goodness sake, these are enemies of the state. Why taking side with them? These are people who come in to kidnap your friends, kidnap your family members, and then you're just hobnobbing with them because they came out to tell you, drop your account details, we're going to give you this money, and you just did that, and now they are coming after you, and then you have the nerve, the temerity to come online to start begging Nigerians to help you. Help you? How? You put yourself in that situation. So you face the music. So quickly going to the issue of South Africa. Of course, we know what's going on in South Africa. The attack on Nigerians. That's where the foreign affairs minister is coming all out. Bianca Ojukwu, is really coming out hard on South Africa because he feels that the South African authority is not doing anything to protect Nigerians. In fact, she's not even calling it xenophobia. She's calling it Afrophobia. Afrophobia, because they are driving, they are maiming Africans like them out of South Africa. Of course, we know what happened. How in South Africa, how Nigeria played a leading role in fighting against, apartheid. We know that, heavily investing financially, materially, deployed South Africa, but today you have seen what is happening. South Africans are coming against Nigeria, forgetting our sacrifices. This is where I draw the curtain for today. Thank you for always finding the time to watch my video. If you like the content of this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Strike on that notification bell so that you get to be notified when I upload a video like this. Leave your comment down below and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. See you pretty soon. Peace as always. Out.